Afternoon, guys. This is John Hominick over with New York Metro Weather. Thanks for joining us again. Another premium video. We wanted to just jump in and update you on the evolving situation throughout the area and up into New England, as a impressive and powerful storm system is going to evolve over New England this afternoon and evening and even into Friday morning. So here is the latest radar throughout the focal point of our area, but obviously, with our expansion, we are expanding our coverage as well. So we're going to talk about a lot of different places today. But here's the current radar in New Jersey and New York. You can see rain is really the predominant type of precipitation. Just above our heads, it is snowing, but a deep enough layer of warm air near the surface and where we are that this snow is melting. So rain is the predominant precipitation type. We do have snow in the higher elevations of northeast PA, northwest New Jersey, and southeast New York. That is much more notable up into New England. If we jump up there right now, we can take a look at that. Albany, Schenectady, Pittsfield, and Springfield all reporting snow at this hour, and you can see the snow is expanding as well. But if you look further east near Boston and the areas that we've talked about that are going to be most impacted by this storm, you notice that there's not a whole lot going on yet, and there is a reason for that. We're going to jump into it right now. Here's the 500 millibar analysis as of this hour, and a very powerful storm system, a very impressive mid-level jet is moving through the mid-Atlantic states towards the northeast states. Excuse me for 1 second. Towards the northeast states. But you can see this has not reached the northeast states yet. So this low pressure area that's forming off the coast has not yet been impacted by these dynamics, and it has not had the ability to strengthen yet, as the jet streak has not reached it yet. The evolution over the next several hours, according to the NAM model, you can see this jet streak really does move into northeast and New England, and that storm system rapidly strengthens off the coast of Boston into the Gulf of Maine. And accordingly, this is the area that we're looking at that is going to be really heavily impacted by the storm system. This jet stream really blows through the mid-Atlantic, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, before any really impactful weather can occur. And by the time the storm system really strengthens, it's well off to the north and east, and New England, even you can argue only northern New England are the ones that are going to be looking at the really prolific snowfall. Here's the NAM model as we move late Thursday night, early Friday morning. This storm system really strengthens in the Gulf of Maine. You can see the classic comma head here, cold conveyor belt precipitation with very, very impressive lift in the atmosphere, allowing for heavy snow really from New Hampshire into Maine and parts of northeast Massachusetts in the frames earlier than this. This is where the axis of heavy snow is going to be. So if we look to pinpoint exactly where it's going to be, here we'll take another look at it. Here's New Jersey and New York just to give you some context, but the areas we're focusing on are up here. This is the frontogenesis and lift in the atmosphere. So this is where the models are suggesting that there will be the most intense lift in the atmosphere and banding for heavy snow. And so when you see these pink and black areas, these are extremely impressive parameters. And what's happening here is as this low-pressure system strengthens very, very rapidly, you get intense lift and dynamics in the atmosphere, and the precipitation rate is very, very intense within these bands. And so we focus here on New Hampshire, northern Massachusetts, and then we move that into Maine and remain in New Hampshire as well. This storm system strengthens extremely quickly as it moves from a position near Block Island up into the Gulf of Maine. And this is the area we're looking for this banding. So if we had to pinpoint it, the areas that are likely to be impacted by the heaviest snow would be from northeast Massachusetts through New Hampshire and into southern and western Maine, where we could see these extremely heavy bands of snow which could accumulate very, very rapidly. And that's something that we think will be enhanced by a coastal front. So as this low pressure moves to the north, you get a temperature gradient between the warmer ocean waters and the storm that is developing and all the cold Arctic cold air involved. So you get that thermal gradient actually enhances this banding. And this is the area that we are going to be looking at for the heaviest snowfall from northeast Massachusetts through New Hampshire and up into western and even, I guess, southern and central Maine. When you look to the west of this, there is a little bit of concern when it comes to the going forecast. The main concern is this. So you have this lift. You have this intense lift. What goes up must come down, and it comes down in the form of sinking air and subsidence on the west side of this band. So if you can envision, you have this big band of snow here, and then to the west of it, you have all this lift going on right here. And then to the west of it, you have all of this sinking air and subsidence. So the precipitation rate is extremely low. You don't have the lift to form this heavy precipitation. And so areas like western New Hampshire arguably central Vermont and western Vermont might be looking at a heavy band of snow just over to their east, while they're looking at a lighter snow event because of that sinking air. So that's one issue with the going forecast. And if you're in western or central Vermont anticipating a ton of snow, I would watch that very, very carefully over the next couple of hours. So that's where we're at with the forecast. We are pinpointing northeast Massachusetts, Vermont, and southwestern Maine for the area of heaviest banding and most prolific snowfall. And as this low pressure strengthens, that band could extend into central Maine as well. So hang tight, stay tuned. We do have a live blog going. It is up on the menu. You can see it at the top of the website. You'll scroll down to under the premium features. You'll be able to find it. If you have any questions, you can comment right on that live blog, and we will answer you. Or you can always use the contact form and let us know what you're thinking. So we will talk to you guys later on this afternoon, evening with another video update. Until then, enjoy your Thursday.